Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And incomplete to open things up.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Check. Patriot! Here we go now. Blue, landed.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Back there to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Darnold on the screen, Bernard. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting. So
here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it it on the toss. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And maybe starting the campaign for another Offensive Player of the Week award in the AFC.
Yeah, strike up the band, right? They're going to lead him along, and the band being that offensive line, he's locked into the rhythm of what they're doing up front, and he's definitely off to that great start, a second straight week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're not going to get a playoff here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-all is the score. And we're back to Oakland after this.
Hey. Got three. Three down. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Darnold on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Set! Green, 39!
On first down, Darnold. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, they run with Howard as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Leopard! Leopard! We got three, fellas. We got three. Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Again, he finds an opening. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. As a receiver, you got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Over!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's brought down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. The point after is good, and it's now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. They'll begin here with Bernard. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Darnold. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Gun!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
at some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Leopard!
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tech McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On the handoff, this is Howard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Martinez. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And hauled in here by Richard Rodgers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They pitch out to Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now let's go.
Darnold from the gun. His throw caught right around the 6. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now Howard, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. To throw is Darnold. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. This will be fielded at the 6. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
They can't tackle it. They're all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. In for the score. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. I know a lot lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point attempt to come here. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously back now in the East Bay. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Now let's go. Green 39.
Here's Darnold. And the Raiders have got it.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Set. Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Darnold. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he's taken down inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. A give to Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead. And there he had to break multiple tackles to earn that touchdown. Bottom line, he earned that touchdown.
Indeed he did. That was pretty much a get-off-of-me run and all the way into the end zone.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. 31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watching that, Barney.
Right back to him on 1st down. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Over. Watching that, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A beautiful fake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Nickel Roby brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Watching that, Barney.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Over.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
All right, here we go.
Darnold on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martinez. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Here we go now. Blue line.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now let's go. 3-19.
A first down throw. Darnold got an open man. It's QT. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Darnold to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Darnold from the red zone now. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Again, Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.